All right, what is up, everyone? Welcome to Spoiler Kings. My name is Tim Kramer with Brandman Brandon, Brian the Grizzly, and we're going to talk about Loki, episode 6, the finale of season 2. What was it called? Glorious Purpose. That was
Glorious
the
Purpose,
episode
yeah.
title, which is awesome. But right off the bat, what you think about the episode, Brandon?
Freaking holy crap! Like this is what I like to see. You know, from the second that the Marvel logo showed up and it played in reverse, I'm like, they're about to do some trippy stuff. I was not disappointed. Really liked where they went with this. Really liked where they went with the character of Loki specifically on this episode. I
Mhm.
liked the way that it ended because it ended in such a way that, like, if they stopped there with Loki, I'd be fine with it. But at the same time,
Mhm.
I feel like if they did go further with Loki and we see him down the line, I'd be totally happy with that too. It almost in a weird way, even though we know this is going to be, have repercussions on the greater universe down the line. It almost felt very self-sustained. I thought the as a whole this season, the 6 episodes was enough. It didn't overstay its welcome. They told the story efficiently. I
Mhm.
I, I thought this was great. I thought it was absolutely wonderful.
Yeah.
And they really stuck the landing with the finale. I know that we're always on edge about that, but yeah, they stuck the landing and then some. And I like that they went a direction that I really didn't see coming. And they weren't they and it seemed like they weren't afraid to potentially wrap it up here rather than leaving the door open
Yeah.
to stretch it out more. Like I said, if they stop here with Loki, I'd be totally fine with it.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. What about you, Brian?
It literally blew my mind. I was watching it and I kept getting flashbacks to when Loki was talking about we were talking about the Norse gods when they were out there and he was talking about why does Odin and Thor get that and no one gave respect to Loki and now Loki's literally the one holding all the timelines together. That's how good he's literally become the god that we've always needed.
Hmm.
And
Mhm.
he rejected for so long. It was so well done. That was the best finale I've seen from anything that's come from Disney Plus, period. That was so good. I love Jonathan Majors in it. Tom Hiddleston was everyone was great. I love what they did with Renslayer. I love what they did with
Mhm.
everybody. Obi, everything was so well done. I love it. I That's an A plus for me. Like
Yeah.
I laughed, I cried. At some point, my daughter was watching me watch it, and she was like, "Daddy, are you going to blink?" Because I didn't want to blink because I didn't want to miss something. It was so good. That's how I feel about it. Great. Hold
Yeah.
the timelines in your hand, giving it power. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, because like, are they technically dead if he lets them go? Oh,
Could be.
yeah, yeah. So it's really like, there's a lot of questions I have, but like Brandon said, if it ends there, I kind of will be okay. But if they want to continue it in a movie or another season of the show, I'm all for that. I'm all for that. But yeah, it was. I saw somebody say he finally got his throne. He finally got
Yeah.
his throne, which was super poetic at the end, you know. But yeah, it was. And I know we talked about it last week. It was like, oh, are they going to Groundhog Day this thing? And they did.
And they
Um,
did, right?
He's
but
like,
they
how
did
long
it
is it for
so
me to get
perfectly.
physics? How long? About a couple centuries, yeah? A century? He's like,
Yeah. So like,
centuries later.
yeah, he learned how to do this. It was so cool. But even then, it's like, how much time did it take him to learn to stop time? You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm like, how old is this Loki? You know, like that's like the question I have now. You know, like
Hmm.
is he older than Odin at this point?
But he's past old or age or any of that stuff. He's
Oh,
he who remains. He literally is he who remains.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's a very cool and an awesome thought that he's been around beyond time. He is beyond time. He's giving the timelines power instead of doing what He Who Remains Jonathan Majors was doing. There's only one timeline. He's giving all timelines a chance, and he's the one doing it.
Yeah.
So he loved his friends so much that he was able to do that for them, to give them the life that they missed. That's a real friend. Everybody needs a friend like that. If you got a friend like that, you better give him a hug. Thank you.
Yeah. It was even the ending when they do more Mobius's like timeline, and he sees his life, and then it cuts to like Loki, and he's just sitting there, and I was like, man, I'm like, maybe he's gonna have a smile or like a tear because he's happy for him, but the way it ends was just very interesting, because it's like he didn't look happy, but he didn't look mad either. He was just like, it just is like this is what it is now. Like I don't know. I'm kind of curious to watch it again.
I think he did look happy, like happy that
did he give a little smirk?
A little, just a little happy that he gave his friend a chance.
Yeah, because obviously that was what he was kind of looking at, because that was what it was echoing until you got to, his face. But I mean, the only bad thing for me was I hate that our show is right after it. So like all of us relate to the show today because we were watching it. But it was like, I really want to watch it again. Like tomorrow I'm going to watch it again for sure.
I'm definitely going to watch it.
I want to do a deeper dive and see like things, meaning and stuff like that. But yeah, this episode, because we're going to talk about the overall season, but this episode was really good. They did the Groundhog's Day, which I was kind of worried about. Crushed it. They crushed it so well. And just it looked gorgeous. When he gets the suit again, oh man!
He goes up and gets the horns and all that stuff, and as he's going through everything, it was epic.
Yeah,
and then he's able to break the loom. The fact that he was able to break the loom for how powerful he really is, he finally showed how powerful of a god he really was.
Yeah,
he broke the loom and kept the rest of those things alive. Yeah, he held them in his hand to give them power and sat on his throne.
Yeah. Because at first I'm like, what is that? Just a seat? But then they kind of tell you, because it zooms out and it's like, oh, that's where he was, where He Who Remains was at. That's his seat. I'm like, damn. It just the whole thing was just so so fitting. I thought everything was great. Like, yeah, it was really, really interesting. Even the Renslayer thing. It's like. So she's in that area where you get zapped, so it's not all gone, but that beast is still there because, you saw the purple on her face from him. So I like how they spent so much money on everything else. They're like, yeah, we can't show the cloud. We can't afford it. Just flash a purple flashlight on her.
I'm pretty sure this episode cost, of the $180 million they spent on this thing, $80 million was spent on episode 6. That was unbelievable. It was so well done.
So she's gonna marry that beast. See, what you don't know is that's a King variant. Now that's the thing too, is like we're gonna get so many King variants. Like where are they gonna come from? Who are they? Is the TVA hunting them? I'm assuming like they're going specifically after. They even brought up Quantumania King, which was super cool. So they're like, yeah, he was taken care of. I was like, oh, that's interesting. Because that was my thought. I was like, oh, like what about him? And then the arena of all the kings, yelling and screaming for whatever reason. So they kind of tied it together, enough where I was satisfied. I didn't feel like ripped off, like, oh, but we got all this and they didn't tell us. So real quick, any bad stuff? Anything you didn't like about the finale? Anything that was kind of like, eh?
Yeah, I was happy when it ended. I was like, man, this is terrible.
Yeah,
one more.
Left me wanting more. That's really all I can say about it immediately, because Disney wanted to drop freaking episodes and like right as we start recruiting, or not recording. I'm thinking like thinking of job related stuff. Recording. Sorry, it's been a long week. But yeah. So yeah, that's annoying because it's still, to an extent, I'm still processing the episode by the time we start recording.
Yeah, same, man. That's the part that sucks. Like I wish I had more time to rewatch it and stuff like that. Okay. Okay. So
I still feel like Loki is becoming become a member of the Beyonder race, and
okay.
that could be our introduction into the Beyonder, because it's going to be someone else that's strong, that's been part of it, that is like the most epic of the supreme being of the Beyonder race, and that's how you get the Beyonder. And then
Okay.
Loki's last strike is like, I'm going to hold one timeline together, so there'll be one place you could go, and I'll put all these things into this one, and we have Battle World.
Okay. I mean, I don't know. I have no idea. I have to watch it again and kind of put things together, because I have no idea. Because that sounds good, but that sounds like really complicated for a normie. Because then you have to introduce what a Beyonder is.
Well, the Beyonder is going to be introduced anyway.
When?
I think before we get King Dynasty.
Like the movie before.
Yeah, yeah.
No, because King Dynasty is the next Avengers movie.
Yeah. So the Beyonder will be the
group movie.
Yeah, he'll be the big bad.
Huh.
Which could be, and if he's a King variant, that still holds true.
Comment down below. Let us know what you think about this finale. Was it good? Was it not good? Are you confused? Like, is how you feel about it? Let us know. Also, hit that like button. Lets YouTube know we're doing some good stuff over here. And make sure you check us out live every Monday and Thursday. We're talking about TV, movies, trailers, all that good stuff. But cool. Thank you guys. If you're watching live, stick around because we